5 fast ways to improve your credit score today. Want to boost your credit score fast? Whether you're trying to buy a home, get approved for a car loan, or just stop feeling financially stuck, these 5 proven strategies can jumpstart your credit score today, not months from now. Yep, today. You're watching Finance Teacher, the channel that makes money make sense and shows you how to master your finances without all the boring stuff. Let's unlock your financial power and get you one step closer to financial freedom. Why your credit score matters. Before we dive in, let's talk about why your credit score even matters. Think of it like your financial report card. It's what lenders, landlords, and sometimes even employers look at to decide whether they can trust you with money. A higher score means lower interest rates, which can save you thousands, even tens of thousands, over your lifetime. Want to buy a house? You'll need a good credit score. Want to rent an apartment without a cosigner? Same thing. And look, I get it. Credit scores can feel like a mystery box. You're making payments, but your score barely moves. Or worse, it drops for no reason. That's why today, we're cutting through the noise and going straight to the 5 fastest ways to boost your score, starting with one that could give you a jump this week. Pay down credit card balances. Credit utilization is the percentage of your available credit that you're actually using, and it makes up a whopping 30% of your credit score. Here's the deal. Even if you pay your bill on time, if your balance is too close to your limit, then your score will take a hit. Let me tell you a quick story. My friend Jasmine had a credit card with a $1,000 limit. She was keeping a $700 balance on it every month and thought she was doing fine because she was making her payments on time, but her score was still stuck down in the lower 600s. Once she paid it down to under 300, boom, her score jumped up within the month. The magic number? Stay below 30% of your credit limit. And if you want to really impress the credit gods, shoot for under 10%. That shows that you're not desperate for credit, which makes you look super responsible to lenders. Tip number 2, ask for a credit limit increase. Okay, so let's say you don't have the cash to pay off your balances today. Here's a sneaky little credit ninja move. Ask your credit card company for a limit increase. Why? Because when your limit goes up, your utilization percentage goes down without you having to pay a dime. Let's go back to Jasmine. She couldn't pay off her balance completely, but she asked her credit card issuer to bump her limit from $1,000 to $2,000. They approved her instantly. And just like that, her 70% utilization dropped to 35%. That gave her another point boost within a month. So when you do this, make sure, this is a pro tip, make sure you request a soft pull credit increase so it doesn't temporarily ding your score. Most apps will tell you upfront if a hard inquiry is required. Tip number 3, become an authorized user on a good account. Here's a credit score hack that most people overlook, becoming an authorized user on someone else's credit card. This is especially helpful if you're just starting out or trying to rebuild after a rough patch. Basically, you piggyback off someone else's good credit history. When I was in college, my mom added me as an authorized user on her credit card. She had 15 years of on-time payments and low utilization. That single move gave me an instant point bump. I didn't even have to use the card. I just benefited from her great credit habits. Of course, this only works if the person adding you has excellent credit and keeps low balances. Don't ask your friend with 5 maxed out cards and a history of late payments. That'll drag you down, not lift you up. If you ask somebody to be on their credit card as an authorized user, they may resist if they know that you have poor credit, but remind them you don't actually have to have a copy of the card and you don't actually have to use it. It would just be very helpful to you if you could be an authorized user, and then that could help bring up your credit rating so that you could get better loans and lower interest rates and leverage that for your own personal finances. Tip number 4 is to dispute credit report errors. Grab your detective hat because we're about to audit your credit report. Over 30% of people have at least one error on their credit report, and these mistakes can crush your score. A late payment that wasn't late, an account you never opened, a balance that was paid off months ago, all of those hurt you if it's inaccurate on your credit report. Here's what you can do. Head to annualcreditreport.com. Now be careful about that website. It's only available for free from annualcreditreport.com. You get up to 3 credit pulls per year, one per each, one every 4 months, however you wish, but you only get one free credit report per bureau per year. So what you'll do is just go ahead, grab those credit reports from the bureaus, whatever you have available to you for that year, and then check to make sure everything looks right. You're going to go down that whole credit report with a fine-tooth comb and find all the mistakes. My buddy Kevin found a $200 collections account for a medical bill he never even received. He disputed it, and within 10 days it was gone, and his score had jumped up points as a result. Disputes don't cost anything, and the process is easier than you think. Just follow the instructions on the Bureau's website. If you catch even one error, it can change everything. Tip number 5, make multiple payments a month. This is called micropayments. This one is very simple but powerful. Instead of making one big payment at the end of the month, split it up into multiple payments throughout the month. Why? Because credit card companies usually report your balance at a random point, not necessarily after your due date. So even if you pay it all off, they might report a high balance because they hadn't checked it yet. By making weekly or bi-weekly micropayments, your balance stays low all month long, which means your utilization stays low too. A student of mine, Brianna, started doing this with her $500 limit card. She paid $50 every Friday. In 2 months, her score climbed more than 10 points, just from this one habit. On a quick recap, let's recap. These aren't magic tricks. They're real practical steps that you can start today. Pay down your balances and try to get it under 30% utilization. So if you have $1,000 credit limit, try to keep your balance under $300. Ask for a credit limit increase instantly. That will lower your utilization if you have not already done so. You want to try to get it down below 30% or below 10%. Become an authorized user on someone with great credit. Once again, you don't need a copy of the credit card. You don't even need a copy of the number. Just ask them if you could become an authorized user on their account, and their credit will go over to yours and help you out. Dispute any errors you find in your report. Make sure you look through your entire credit report, pulled from annualcreditreport.com, with a fine-tooth comb. Go down every single line item and make sure that it's accurate. And if it's not, dispute it or make it fixed. However you need to do it, just make sure that it's actually correct. Then you can also make multiple small payments or micro payments every month. Try not to just make one payment, make multiples. Even if you can't pay it all off, if you pay multiple times in a month, it will help your credit score because that will lower the utilization and also show that you're making payments. And keeping in mind, the credit reporting agencies check your credit at certain times during the month. So you could pay it off on like the 5th of the month, but they may not check it until the 25th. So if you were paying it off before then, like smaller amounts on the 15th and the 25th, then when they finally go to check it, it's already lowered. Whereas if you wait only until your due date, then you won't benefit from them checking it until after you pay it all off. Even doing just one or two of these things can give you a serious score boost. Want a printable checklist of these 5 tips plus one bonus trick that banks don't want you to know about? I made a totally free credit score boost kit that you can grab using the link below in the description. Please hit that like button if you found even one tip helpful, and don't forget to subscribe. I drop videos like this every week to help you live smarter, stress-free, and financially free. Oh, and before we go, let's bust one credit myth real quick. Closing old credit cards does not help your score. In fact, it usually hurts it. That's because you lose credit history length and available credit. Also, let me know in the comments, what's your biggest credit challenge right now? Remember, your credit score isn't just a number, it's a tool. And now you know how to use it.